Fáilte go baile clear. You're very welcome to Dublin, Ireland. As you probably know, in terms of my videos, normally I put an awful lot of time into them. There's a lot of editing goes into them. I'm a bit OCD about the whole editing situation, but then some things crop up that I just have to bang them out. I just have to throw them out there because they're so, they make me so emotional. So this channel, my focus primarily is with homelessness, and that's what my passion is. My passion is the homeless, and it always has been. That is my passion. But there is no one who can say that there's not a crossover between what's happening with the illegal immigration situation, and I'm labelling it that. I'm not saying refugees. I'm not saying there's a crossover between the illegal immigration situation and what's going on now in Dublin. There's a crossover, and if I don't address it, then I'm not being congruent, if that's the right word to use. I'm not being congruent. I'm not saying things as they are. So I was in Coolock today, and I was shocked. I was in a riot in 1986 at a Bob Dylan thing in Slane. That's the last time I've seen a riot. Nothing like what I saw today. And I've been in some very dodgy situations around the world. Nothing like what I saw today in Coolock. There was women and children there. It's stuck in this. There was police vans pulling up. I can't remember the exact name for them. There was police vans pulling up. There was riot squads lined up. It was like something from some dystopian, futuristic movie. That's just. It was just mind blowing. I've never seen anything like it. I had to run. We were all running, and the riot squads. I've never seen riot squad in Ireland, and now I believe they're getting these big water hose things. Have been. McEntee has brought them in from, is importing them or bringing them, sorry, is bringing them down from the north. We never had these things. I feel that a lot of this is purely down to an excuse to set up an ultra secure system where we can't do anything. The hate speeches, all this bullshit, basically. I would be surprised if soon enough there isn't biometric scanning like in China. We are being crushed in a very covert, slimy manner, in a way that people not in the know will think that, oh yeah, it's all for the good of us. So this is doing us great things. It is not doing great things for us. This situation is absolutely out of control. So before I show you these things, I'm going to rush this video. I'm not going to do my usual editing and finesse. I'm trying to make it look like a video I'd watch myself. I'm putting this out as quickly as I can. Now, one thing I'd like to say before I start this video of Coolock is something that's really getting to me at the moment. It's really, really getting to me. Actually, I might put a clip of this in it. I was walking down Georgia Street yesterday, and what's happening now is the NGOs, and I'm going to name the lighthouse. I'm going to name the lighthouse because it's been said in my videos, if you look, by guys who are on the streets, that this is what's happening. So tents, although they're being moved, are being provided to guys who are just stepping into the country. Our guys on the streets, the Irish homeless, aren't getting tents anymore. And the excuse I'm hearing is, they're banging up and they're doing this and they're trashing the tents. The tents that used to be on Georgia Street, with, I hope I've hit the record button here, with the Irish guys in them, they're not there anymore. What you see is, what I saw yesterday was, it's just sleeping bags along the road because they're not giving tents anymore to the Irish, which is bullshit, and it drives me nuts. And it takes a lot to make me angry because I'm a peaceful person, but it drove me nuts. Yesterday, I'll put this video up. I walked down Henry Street. There's the guys in sleeping bags. Generally, a lot of the time, homeless will sleep during the day because at night they're awake, they're walking around. It's the daytime is when they catch a bit of time to sleep. It's kind of safer to be awake during the night, among other things. But as I'm walking down, there's a guy outside Zara or one of these shops. He's in the sun. And I know you'd be going, oh, he's on drugs now. I don't give a shit about what was going on for him, why he was there, whether he was on drugs. He was in the direct sunlight and he was cooking. And I was trying to wake him up. He would, like, this is how you could die in that heat. Direct sun, bottle of water behind him. I tried to wake him up. He was groggy from being on substances, I would imagine. Whether he was or not, I don't give a shit. The fact is, he was in direct sunlight and he had no shelter from that sun, like a sleeping bag that he can crash in. Basically, our homeless on the streets have been evicted. We've had the tents taken off us. Whereas the guys I spoke to in two or three videos back, who were coming in from with very English accents, claiming to be from Jordan, Palestine, Jordan, had told me that they were there 4 days. Every day they bring the tents down, they put them by the side of the canal, they empty them before they go out because they know when they come back the tents will be taken away by the Harris crew, and then they go back up to the lighthouse and they get another tent and they get another sleeping bag. So they're just on this cycle, and obviously a huge amount of money is being made from this. They're on this cycle where they can go, they can get the tents, they can get the NGO, they're all wearing fantastic fucking clothes, I have to say. They all have very good fucking phones, I have to say. Whereas the Irish guys, I'm giving them phones. They cost me the 30 quid, I've arranged it with the guys, giving me for 15 quid. I know they're used for currency on the streets. It's very good currency to have a phone. They also get stolen a lot in hostels. It's a good currency on the street, but these, what I'm giving, you talk to guys in the streets in Dublin, they don't have phones. They've either sold them for whatever, a substance, whatever, it is a currency, or they've been stolen off them in hostels. That's what happens. So I'm giving them these, and thank you to the people for the buy me coffees. I'm going to say thanks in a post about them. I got loads of phones, socks, I bought tracksuit bottoms, I bought a homeless guy out, got him a pair of jeans the other day. Great thanks for that, I really do appreciate it. But the fact is that a Joe Soap like me, and a lot of it's coming out of my own money, and it's not a lot of money, it's no big fucking deal, but the phones, I'm getting them for €15. They're poxy. I don't want to give guys in the street internet phones, they don't need any of that, right? So I'm giving them these poxy, brandless €15 phones with a shitty Lycra, whatever the fuck name it is, chip to put in this phone. And then all these asylum seeker guys have pretty nice phones, but they've all got tents. The Irish guys don't have tents. They're cooking on the streets. The two poor guys who were down by who passed away, God bless them, along the canal last week. I heard some things today that whatever you're going to say, what happened, whether it was this or was that, I've heard it all. You don't have to throw it in the comments if you want. I heard that the barricades didn't do much good to help that situation. The barricades, every time they get replaced, cost 100 grand. So that's a big thing to take into consideration. So you can hear how fast I talk. I'm talking here. I'm not normally this angry about situations, but what I'm at the moment, I'm sort of at boiling point. I've had enough. I'm not going to go through the same situation as always about the hostels aren't safe, because they're not safe. People would rather sleep on the streets because how unsafe they are in hostels. You have to be in with the in crowd. There's a huge amount of bullying, theft. The guy's getting the shit. You see, I met a guy the other day. He's no shoes on. He's wearing like a pair of these poxy slip-on slipper things you get if you stay a night in a shit hotel, and they give you these little slipper things. He was wearing them, and it was in the rain. And this guy wasn't taking any substances. My heart, gee, if you're watching, get in contact with me somehow. I've been trying to find you and I can't find you. So the final point before I show some of the arcane things, as you can probably notice, my videos are normally cuts, and I'm not, this is straight out because I'm going through a moment of inner turmoil at what I'm seeing and what I saw in Coolock today. I'm absolutely shocked at all, right? Now, final point, again, I hope this is recording, but a final point is, I am now sick to death of accusations towards me about racism, xenophobia, you don't do this, you don't do that, and it's only because of that, because it's bullshit. And us as a nation, if you're Irish and you're listening, we have to stop listening to these comments. I'm not even addressing them. I used to go through it all with people in the comments. I go, well, I'm not xenophobic, I'm not racist, I lived in India, I speak Hindi, and explain myself. I'm not doing it anymore because it's bullshit. Why people are doing it is, it's a shocking label to give someone, that you're racist, you're xenophobic. It does with me, it's going, oh God, defend myself. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not defending myself. I know me. I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks about me, because I know where my heart is at. I know whether I'm racist or xenophobic or what I'm doing this for, or whatever I'm being accused of. So any more comments that come into me about xenophobia, racism, fuck you. I'm not even listening. I'm not recording. I'm not responding to the comments anymore. I don't think you should listen to it anymore. You get called xenophobic or racist by these fucking lefties. It's bullshit. They're trying to scare you into, because you just shut up after you go, oh God, how do I defend myself? This is what I found. This is what I found. It shuts up any comment. I won't be doing it anymore, but this is what I found. Someone in the comments says, oh yeah, you're racist, and they do the big spiel thing, and I say, this is all I had to say is, define racism for me. And I've done this a few times, the only answer you get back is, I don't have to define it. Look at what you've been doing and look at your writing and that, because they can't define it. It's like the hate speech law. They can't define hate. No one can define racism. You can say, call me racist, say what you think I'm racist about. I live in India. I worked with the homeless in India for years. I have friends from around the globe, including here. Nigerian friend across the road, Pakistani friends. My barber's a good friend of mine, he's from Algeria. I don't give a shit about any of that. That's not my focus. So call me what you want. I don't give a shit anymore. I'm not responding to you. I'm not going to delete you from the channel, because anyone else here who knows me or who's on the channel and knows my essence or has met me, they'll defend me. I'm not responding to you anymore. I'm not going to delete. I'm not going to shadow ban you, which I'm just not going to do that. But I'm just going to leave your comments sitting there, because I tell you, there's less and less of them now as time goes by and reality is seen. But with your comment left there, you, I hope, come back and see the comment in 20 years' time and see that you're wrong. And you have been wrong. You've been wrong all the time. All you lefty guys who think, oh, fucking save this, do that, blah, 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 blah. Come back in 20 years, look at the comments you've put on my channel and see, do you still agree with them when you see our country in 20 years? Because I'm fucking telling you, you won't fucking agree with them. And I'm gonna have to apologize for the language during this video. It's not, I don't think I've ever cursed on this channel before, but I'm up to here with anxiety and stress and the destruction of our country, and watching the riot squad out there today pepper spraying people, and women and children were there, very young children. A bit further up the road, people in prams, when we were getting cornered. Police, get riot squad charging this way with pepper spray flying through the air. We get down the other end, there's these, can't think of the name, we'll just call them police trucks. Down the other end, so you're kind of pinned in, and people going, well, where are we going to run now? Where are we going to? This isn't people throwing bottles. This goes on. It goes on in every sort of protest. This isn't people throwing bottles. This was normal, everyday Joe Soaps, out gardening and stuff, scared. Where do we run to now? It doesn't matter. They'll get you under the Public Liability Act, whatever it's called. They'll get, if they want you, they're going to get you anyway. And it felt dystopian. It felt like, Jesus, I swear, Big Brother. It just felt, I've never seen anything like it. I'm shocked to the core. I came straight back from Coolock. As I said, I spend so much time editing these videos. I really do. I'm OCD about it, because I want to make something that I would like to watch myself. But on this one, I literally walked in the door from Coolock. I haven't even looked at whether my recordings have turned out or not, and I'm just putting it online straight away. I don't give a shit if it gets 10 views or 20 views. Or whatever it gets, as long as I'm getting this message out, and then I don't give a shit, because I've done my part. I'm not responding to xenophobic fucking racist bullshit anymore. I'm just not, I've had enough of it. If you don't see what's going on in this country, and if you consider the whole demonstration thing that was on 2 days ago in the Garden of Remembrance, that it's, that fucking right wing, they're all bleeding this and they're all, you didn't go. You didn't go. You didn't see what it was about. It was about passion. It was about a love of the country. It was about not accepting the bullshit that's been thrown our way. And if you don't know about that and you're stuck in this loop of watching RTE, then you need to watch. This is what I've noticed, right? If I watch YouTube on two things. I watch YouTube on my phone and I watch YouTube on my telly. On my phone, it's where I look through the likes of Lady of Air, etc., etc., the patriotic channels. That's what I look at on my phone. On my telly, I don't. On my telly, I get stuff about gaming, traveling the world, etc., etc., crime in the UK, a bit of Biden, a bit of Trump, blah, 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 blah. I get nothing about patriotism or the situation in Ireland with immigration. On my phone, that is what I look at, and that's all the algorithm shows me. If I looked at my phone right now, that's what it would be. Patriot, Coolock this, all the big names, the fantastic stuff Mark Judge is bringing out on a street level. The lovely, there's just such lovely people in this section. Now what you'll find is, I look in the telly, I never see any of that. I look on my phone, that's all that's on there. And it stresses me out to shit, man, it really stresses me out. I have to take a break from this at some stage because it's just, I wake up thinking about it, I go to sleep thinking about it. I'm just, I can't even tell you how distraught I am. But what the point I'm making is, on the telly, I turn on the YouTube and the telly, don't see any of this stuff. So what I'm saying to you, if you're seeing this video and you don't follow my channel, which is at some stage I hope will just be homeless situations, etc. again. But if you're not getting, if you're seeing this and this isn't normally what you see, you probably won't be listening this long anyway, but however, if you don't know me. However, start watching a few of these things. Start watching a few and then things will start getting pushed towards you. You'll start seeing more of it. You'll start seeing that it's not, oh, there's this bullshit fella, there's nobody's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. The people on these channels see it all the time. We see it, you're not seeing it because you're relying on RTE. You're relying on all these bullshit newspapers that aren't giving you the truth. Oh, 25 people turned up at the Garden of Remembrance. No, there wasn't. There was thousands of people. And all the times, minimised, if mentioned at all, minimised. It's like it didn't even happen because you're not being told. You're not being told about these things. Where you'll be told them is Gript Media. Of course, you know I support Gript Media. I don't trust any other newspapers. I really don't. They give you little snippets from the Journal. You get a snippet here and there. The Independent, forget about it. It's just all nonsense. I implore you, dig into the rabbit hole. Is that the phrase? Dig into the rabbit hole. Start researching this stuff. What's true, what's not true. Look at it from a different perspective, not the one RTE is giving you, McEntee is giving you, Roderick O'Gorman is giving you. Jesus Christ, how do we still trust these fools? You really have to do your own research. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anything else. Do research that it isn't from RTE, isn't from the mainstream media, because it's all bullshit. It's literally bullshit what you're seeing on the news. I can't even watch RTE anymore. It's just full of shit. It's absolute nonsense. Newspapers the same shit. The odd thing, good. So I implore you, do your research, go down the rabbit hole, see for yourself and let it influence your vote. Don't vote these Muppets in again. Please don't vote these Muppets in again because they don't care about you. If you think they care about you, you're very, very mistaken. But don't take my word for it. Do your own research. But from my point of view, the muppetry that we are putting up with, who weren't even voted in, they voted each other in. Varadkar's at the door. We've forgotten about his bad deeds already. What's that about? What's that about? He's gone. And it's just kind of like, oh, that old Varadkar fella. It's just disgraceful what he's done. It's disgraceful. It'll be the same, and they're all dropping like flies from it. But we'll do the same with O'Gorman and McEntee. They'll kind of eventually just go, oh, off to the nice cushy jobs in Europe, or whatever they're doing, and we'll forget about their misdeeds. And it's an absolute disgrace because they are destroying this country and wrapping it up in little shitty words. I know I'm going on here, and it probably isn't going to be about this video. It probably isn't going to be about Coolock at all. I'm going to have to make another video because I'm on such a rant. But the fact is, and I'm watching McEntee this morning, what was it she's saying? She's saying that the harp that, oh Jesus Christ, she's saying the harp that's on our passports, etc. What fucking value has our passports at this stage? You might as well fucking throw them in the fire. So they're giving them to fucking everyone. Excuse all the French, right? But she's making this thing about oh, the harp was originally an Egyptian symbol, and this is how we are, blah, 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 blah. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. If you're listening to this nonsense, you're as much a part of the problem as they are. Open your eyes to what's going on. Open your eyes. I'm imploring you. Before the next election, open your eyes, do your research. Now, make sure you know how to fill out the form if you're voting, and vote. I remember as a child, I didn't think one vote counted. I never voted. And at this stage, your vote counts. Your vote counts. If everyone says the vote counts, then no one votes, and then we're in the same nonsense, and it will not change. We need to, and people will tell you votes don't count. I'm not listening to them. So, and chill. I hope this video has recorded. I'm not even sure I've turned it on. I'm scared to check because I don't want to break my flow. As I say, I normally have things cut, edited, a little bit of a filter here, change a little bit, change a little bit. I'm not doing any of that. I want to get my feelings out because if I don't, I will explode. I'll explode if I don't get my feelings out, other than snippets and this and that and that. My thoughts are with the Irish homeless, as they always are, always are. And you can throw out comments about they're all on drugs and all that. I don't give a shit what you say about that anymore. I'm not even responding to them. Oh, if addiction hasn't touched your family in some way, if addiction hasn't touched your or if you say your addiction hasn't touched your family in some way, you're lying, because it has affected anyone, whether it's gambling, alcohol, drugs. You can get addicted to anything. If you say it hasn't affected your family or your circle in any way, you're lying. You're lying. It's absolute bullshit. It affects everyone. It affects every family. It affects every street, every county, every country. That's just the way it goes. Again, chill. So I'm just going to post this because I'm going to have to do the Coolock one tomorrow. I've got that off my chest. It was very important that I did that because I'm fit to explode after being out in Coolock at the nonsense. Slán Leat. I'm sorry if I was cursed. I really don't want to be. I want this to be accessible. I know YouTube are okay with cursing after 15 minutes, but it doesn't sit well with me. And the only reason it's coming out is because I can't actually help it. It's the only way I can express my anger at the moment. So I would be, at this stage, I'll be probably posting the Coolock one tomorrow because I'm stressed out of me nut after what I saw today, and there'll be millions of videos about Coolock. Please look into everyone else's fantastic videos. I thank you so much for watching and listening to my little rant. I'm posting it whether anyone watches or not. I don't give a shit. I want it to be online, and I want it to be a document of how an Irishman living in Dublin sees the decay of his county, of his country, and is just had it up to here. Up to here. Slán Leat.